Well, I guess we're live. This is CampusNation.com, and I'm Rick Phillips. We've got AJ Ganger and Charlie Hargrave.
Hello.
What's up?
Right, all right. So we are here for tournament basketball. This is Lady Quaker tournament basketball, and they are hosting right now the Marietta Pioneers. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Right.
sorry, Bob.
Want to make sure I get my I's dotted, my T's crossed. Anyway, we are bringing you not only audio but video of the contest tonight, and we should shortly be joining the WilmingtonQuakers.com website to see if the Boxcast will work tonight, and if it will, we'll actually stream audio and video on the Campus Nation site. We will also stream the audio to the video on Boxcast on the Wilmington Quaker site. So we'll just wait as soon as, well, in fact, 7:20 rolls around, we should be able to do a test. So probably the best thing, AJ, is for you to go down or sit there with your phone and go to the Wilmington Quaker site, make sure that they are receiving the Boxcast, and then also go to our site, make sure that everything is working fine on the Campus Nation site.
Video Boxcast. Let's see. Scheduled broadcast is scheduled to start in 4 minutes on the Boxcast.
All right.
So the Boxcast is scheduled at 7:25 is when that will go on the air.
All right, so we're not sure at this point.
For us,
We're ready to go,
Campus
But we got it.
Nation, we are normally pretty good and the best around.
That's right.
I've
The
heard that.
sports animal, baby.
That's right.
Roar, there you go.
Anyway, just to let everyone know, we will be doing other tournament action. Now, not Lady Quakers. The Lady Quakers, if they win tonight, will go on the road.
To play Capital.
Right, so this is the first and last broadcast that we will be doing of Lady Quaker tournament action. The men are not hosting a tournament game. They are on the road for their game. So at this point, that will be the end of our season with regard to basketball on CampusNation.com with regards to the Quakers. But we do have tournament action. The Wilmington boys will be in action this Friday night, the 27th of February. They're going to be at Lakota West High School, and we will be bringing you all the Lakota West action as Wilmington takes on Cincinnati Withrow. I think Withrow has one win and something in the neighborhood of 20 losses. And then, of course, Wilmington is just the opposite. They're 21-1. And that should be an interesting game, to say the least. But we're going to bring you games start to finish. And we hope that it'll be 8 games, so that we'll be bringing you right up to the point when they hoist the state championship trophy above their heads at the Schottenstein Center. The Shots.
That'd be pretty neat, wouldn't it?
That would be very neat. And Campus Nation has been designated the hometown broadcast crew for any Wilmington High School basketball in tournament action. So we are very proud of that designation. We want to thank Wilmington High School for all their cooperation, and they have been extremely cooperative in helping us bring you all the sports from Wilmington High School, and they will be helping us in the future as we start into the spring sports season, and hopefully we'll be bringing you things like lacrosse, and we will be bringing you track and field, and softball, and baseball. So we'll have a lot of sports that we'll be bringing you with regard to Wilmington High School, and we'll also release to you later as far as Wilmington College sports that we'd like to cover there. The only other thing that we might want to pass on to you is we are going to be bringing you Division III wrestling. We will start at Sidney Lehman High School with the first 2 contests, which will be this Friday and Saturday. AJ Ganger will be bringing you that action. Charlie Hargrave and I will be down at Lakota West bringing you the basketball action, and a lot of that will be on at the same time, so you'll just have to go back and forth to listen to the wrestling action with AJ and the basketball action with myself and Charlie Hargrave.
Now we'll be bringing you live audio and delayed video for both of those events, correct?
That's right. Tournaments do not allow live video with the live audio. The video will be delayed and be reposted. Does that look like a go? Okay. The video will be reposted later. We're not sure whether it'll be the next morning or whether the video with regard to the wrestling action will be 2 days later. And the reason I say that is AJ will be up there, and they'll be videotaping Friday night, the two sessions Friday night, and the two sessions on Saturday, which ends in the finals. And so we may wait until he gets back with that video from both sessions or both days, and then post those to the website. And we can keep that video up for 2 weeks. So remember to keep an eye on our Campus Nation website, because the video will only be available for 2 weeks. The audio will go on forever and ever and ever.
Busy weekend. Should be fun.
Yep. Well,
Plus my car show this weekend. Let's not forget about that.
Well, that's right.
You going to do any broadcasting from there on Sunday?
Well, we could Sunday, because we'll have our equipment back. The equipment will only be in use on Friday for us, and AJ.
I mean, actually Saturday, because you got 2 sets now.
That's true. Your video is live on our website, and it should be live on Boxcast, we hope, here in a minute. Yeah, in about a minute, and we'll test that in just a second. But we are live, and we have tested it. We are broadcasting on our website, audio and video.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're here. It's OAC tournament time. 5th seed Wilmington against 8th seed Marietta. They've beaten them twice this year. They've swept them in the regular season. They beat them here at home, 71-60, and they beat them at Marietta, or they beat them at Marietta 71-60, and then at home on the 7th, which we were here doing that game.
Yeah, we did the Marietta game here.
63-59, and on a side note, Ohio Northern, one of the better teams in the OAC, only beat Marietta 51-48 on Sunday last night, due to the fact the snow caused them to delay that game on Saturday.
Right. I'm surprised Mount Union made it in. Of course, they came in the night before for that men's basketball game, but we got that in on Saturday. That was a great game. Yep. We had a lot of people listening live on Campus Nation to that men's game, too, and we want to thank everybody for listening.
This game was a good game here, too, a few weeks ago.
That's right.
It seems like to me, if I remember right, I think Marietta was up in that game. And Wilmington come back to win. So,
well, one of the things we've seen with the Lady Quakers is if they hang on long enough, they always have that last-minute spurt that propels them to wins in that instance.
Now, in big news for the Lady Quakers this evening, Brittany Jefferson, sophomore, she's a game-time decision for tonight's broadcast. So we don't know if she's going to be down there playing. She's dressed, she's in uniform, yeah. But we don't know if she's going to be a game-time decision when it comes to playing tonight. She's one of the big keys in this Lady Quaker team. Another stat, remember all year we've been talking about the Lady Quakers scoring 70 points or more. Well, it seems that 59 points is the mark for the Lady Quakers, as they're 14-3 this year when they reach the 59-point mark, and they're 1-7 when they don't reach 59 points or more. So that is a huge stat for the Lady Quakers tonight to be able to get that and pull off the win and advance in the tournament.
We'll have to keep an eye on that throughout the game. Definitely.
And the Lady Quakers are 14-11. They lost to Mount Union on Saturday, 61-44. Marietta 9-6 on the year. They are 5-13 in the OAC, while the Lady Quakers are 9-9. So we got a pretty good matchup coming your way, like we said before, Charlie. You said that the first game we did, or the second game against Marietta we did, was very, very close, and the Lady Quakers had to make a comeback in that game to be able to pull off the victory.
Yes, and Marietta, a good team. I mean,
AJ, why don't you check the Boxcast and see if we're live on the Boxcast as well?
Got about 50 seconds here before we do the introduction of the starting lineups and do the Star Spangled Banner here. We're glad you're here with us tonight. Please follow the Campus Nation website so you can keep up with all the different events going on. Wrestling, basketball in the spring, baseball, football,
between the Marietta Pioneers and your Wilmington College Fighting Quakers,
softball, lacrosse.
and the Ohio Athletic Conference promote good sportsmanship. Degrading remarks or fan ridicule of the coaches, players, or officials is strictly prohibited. Be proud, be loud, and be positive. The officials for today's game are Tony Capasso, Carol Smith, and Pat Campbell. Prior to the starting lineups, to honor our country and those who have and are currently fighting to protect our freedom, we ask you rise. Kindly remove your hat.
You're ready for the Star Spangled Banner here at Fred Risk Arena. Nice crowd here on hand tonight. I'd say, what, a couple hundred at least.
Well, we didn't even learn that we were going to actually do this broadcast till late last night.
Yep.
So
we aim to please.
that's right. Well, it doesn't take long for us to hit the road, right? One of the things that we will caution everyone on is the fact that we are using the campus Wi-Fi, and that if we have problems with bandwidth, just bear with us, and we may have to restart at times in order to make sure that we've got the bandwidth up and operating. You'll simply refresh your browser, give us a minute or two to restart, and so if we have problems, right now the bandwidth looks great, so perhaps we'll get through this whole game without a problem.
Starting is for Marietta, we have Leike, Borick, Brogan, Alexander, and Booth. And for the Quakers, we have Andraki, Tucker, Robles, Glick, and Moyer.
Number 42, Heather Booth. For Wilmington, a 5'8" forward from Clyde, Ohio. Number 32, Spencer Robles.
It's time tonight for the queen of the court to step up. I'm going to put a little pressure on her right from the get-go. Courtney Tucker. She's the leading.
Number 40, Mary Moyer.
She's the leading. She's the senior leader for the Wilmington College Quakers. Does a great job. Looks like Barker is starting for Marietta.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is that time again. 5th seed Wilmington taking on 8th seed Marietta. First round matchup here in the OAC tournament. Live from Fred Risk Arena and Herman Court tonight. It's a whiteout, as you see the student sections down there. Everyone in the student section wearing white for tonight's matchup. The crowds always get hectic when they're at home playing here at Fred Risk Arena. The student sections will likely be rocking tonight. We're going to have a great crowd here this evening as we get ready for some college basketball.
And this is tournament play. So, one of these teams, this is going to be the end of their season tonight.
Yep.
And so
the winner can advance and get that automatic bid by winning the OAC tournament into the NCAA tournament.
Yep. So, a lot on the line here for both teams.
And the last time the Lady Quakers have made it to the NCAA tournament was in 2008. As the Lady Quakers win the tip-off, as Ashley Andraki has the ball, gives it inside to Tucker, who's going to back it back out and give it back over to Andraki. Nice pick by Glick. Andraki drives, goes up with one hand, no good. Rebounded by Robles, but she steps on the line, and the ball will be going to the Pioneers.
Pretty good hustle there by Robles. Andraki kind of seemed to force that shot up, but they're going to be a little nervous there at the beginning.
Broche brings the ball up the court for the Pioneers. Working against Tucker. Tucker gives it off to Barker. Barker to Booth. Booth to number 25, Brogan. She had a big game the last time they played Wilmington here. Yep. 42, Booth for the 2-point jumper from the free throw line. Andraki in transition now for the Lady Quakers. Looks like they're playing man defense, Charlie.
Yep.
Glick over to Tucker.
Playing a tough man, too. I mean, they're not giving the Quakers much room.
Andraki thought about driving, kicks it out to Robles.
Yeah, we got a foul there, first foul. Looks like it's going to be on Alexander, her first.
Team's first.
They're getting after it pretty good here in the opening minutes.
Andraki got the inbound pass. She goes into Moyer. Mary Moyer tried to dish it to Kirsten Glick. Gets knocked out of bounds, and the ball stays with the Lady Quakers, and 21 seconds on the shot clock.
You can't force things like that. I mean, you got to work it to the open person. Or, again, like I said, she was close enough there. She almost could have just went up with the shot.
Moyer gets the inbound pass. Gives it off to Ashley Andraki. Andraki driving, thought about a jumper, kicks it out to Glick. Glick over to Tucker. Tucker's going to drive now on the baseline, up and no good. Rebound though. Ball still on the floor. We're going to have a jump ball, and possession will stay with Marietta.
It goes to Marietta, yeah. It goes to Marietta.
18:32 to go here in our first half. Just a 2-0 lead so far for the Lady Pioneers. Number 14 brings the ball up the court, Broche. For the Pioneers. Gives it off to Brogan. Back over here to Broche. Two-pointer, no good. Rebound by Moyer. We haven't seen a lot of Mary recently. She's been a little sick, under the weather, maybe a little injured, but she's out there tonight. And Drackey to Tucker. Tucker gave it off to Glick. Glick over to Robles. Robles driving hard, goes up, no good. Rebound by Moyer, and Moyer puts it off the glass for two. We're all tied up at 2 apiece.
Nice rebound, Mary Moyer there.
Booth with the ball inside.
Oh, we got travel, yes. Travel on number 42 there.
That was
Booth.
Coming into the ball game now, number 11, Ashley Frazier. And Drackey brings the ball up the court for the Lady Quakers. 2-2 tie here with 17:36.
Nice pass.
Backdoor cut, no good. Moyer with the rebound, no good on that shot. And that one pulled down, and a foul against Wilmington, I believe on Robles.
Yeah.
Man, they had that easy shot right there.
Yeah.
She was a little excited on that shot.
Yeah, they had two right under the basket there and couldn't connect.
17:29 to go in the first
Well, that
half.
answers your question. There's Brittany Jefferson into the game.
Yep. Game time decision. She's here. She's out on the floor as Broche brings the ball up the court.
She's usually a quick little defender, a good defender.
Gives it over to Booth. Booth back to Broche. Well, that one almost stolen away as Ledecky's in the game, number 24. Step back jumper. Good with the jumper, number 25, Jessica Brogan. 4-2 is our score at the moment. Andracki gives it to Glick. Glick to Tucker. Gives it back to Jefferson. Over to Andracki. Kicks it to Jefferson. Jefferson to Tucker. 15 to shoot. Tucker drives. Gives it off. Moyer. Jumper. No good. Too strong on that jumper. And the ball will be going back to Marietta.
Quakers had a couple of chances there to drive to the basket and instead brought it back out. I mean, to me, it looked like they had lanes. I don't know if they were just afraid to take it or what.
Booth with the ball. Tried to go inside, and Glick kicked it. Ball will stay with Marietta. 20 seconds on the shot clock. 16:34 to go first half. 4-2. Pioneers in the lead. Brogan to inbound.
Having a hard time getting it in.
Oh, she almost didn't. Booth get the inbound pass, and she's going to get fouled. I thought she was traveled.
Number 25.
25, Kirsten Glick, her first, team second. As Hannah Haysecker will come into the ball game.
Hannah Haysecker.
See if she has trouble getting it in again from the baseline. They're doubling. Gets it into Broche. Broche to Ledecky. Back over to Broche. She's going to drive against Tucker. Step back jumper. Good. 2 points for number 14, Brooke Broche. Andracki running offense now. 6-2. Marietta in the lead. Andracki to Jefferson. She backs it out. Going to drive. Gets cut off. Brings it back out. 13 on the shot clock now. Wilmington got up, put up a shot. 8 seconds. Haysecker with the ball. Gives it to Andracki. Gets it inside. Moyer was pushed and fouled, and nothing was called as she airballed the shot.
Yeah, it was pretty blatant. They're letting them play right now.
Broche gives it off to Brogan. Gets a pick by Booth. Booth had the ball, and she's going to get fouled that time by Courtney Tucker, I believe. Yes, Courtney Tucker, her first, team's third.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about that. Looked like Courtney was set up pretty good. Looks like we got a timeout on the floor.
Ellie Cavell is going to be re-entered or entered in the ball game, as well as Emily Smith. And we have a timeout on the floor. 15:38 to go here in our first half. 6-2, Marietta in the lead. You're watching college basketball here live on CampusNation.com, the sports animal, your home for high school and college sports.
Yep, 6-2. I tell you, Wilmington just seems a little bit. I don't know. You were out of kilter. Yeah, out of kilter.
A little out of sync.
or maybe they're a little too hyped up, but they didn't really show that much excitement, in the pregame. Marietta was yelling, screaming, and they seemed like they were pretty excited to be here.
I mean, if I was Wilmington, I'd be excited. You're hosting an OAC tournament game in front of your home crowd before you have to go play on the road the rest of the way.
Oh, I know. Well, I'm just saying, did you get the same feeling, though?
Yeah, I got the feeling yesterday we came over here getting ready to play intramural volleyball, and they were just kind of, going through the motions a little bit, it seemed like. So.
Oh, when they were practicing?
Yep. And I mean, Marietta, they played yesterday, and they only lost by 3 points to Ohio Northern, 51-48. So they're fresh.
Marietta, they're a good team,
and for Marietta being an 8th seed, they're going to come in here and try to spoil anybody's dreams, and they're going to go to the NCAA tournament.
And there's always that saying: it's hard to beat a good team 3 times. It's only 6-2, nothing to fear yet.
15:38 in the first half left too.
Mm-hmm.
23, Savannah Hooper in the game as well for Wilmington. Booth gets the inbound pass, gives it off to Ledecky. Step back, thought about a 3, she gives it off. It's number 20, Amisha Hurd, into the ball game for Marietta. Booth fits it in, Brogan.
Blocked.
Tip, yeah. Good job by Jefferson.
Yep, Jefferson got her hand on it.
Cavell to Jefferson. Jefferson going to take it all the way, and she misses it. No good. Rebounded by Frazier.
Just out of control. I mean, you're getting good shots, but just out of control.
Hurd kicked it out to Ledecky. Ledecky over to Frazier. Frazier, a very good three-point shooter. We've seen that. She got that one blocked by Haysecker. And now Jefferson brings the ball down in transition. She waits. Marietta had numbers there for a second. Now Ellie Cavell with the ball. Gets a pick by Smith. Over to Haysecker. Now to Jefferson. Jefferson driving, going up, no good. No foul still called on that.
Well, and just out of control, Wilmington's probably missed 5 or 6 just little short shots.
Brogan misses
that
out
of control.
Rebounded by Haysecker. Here come the Quakers again, still 6-2. Marietta in the lead.
Calm down, run your offense.
Ellie Cavell to Haysecker. Haysecker back to Cavell. Gets a pick. Cavell driving hard, and she's going to get fouled by Hurd, number 20. Just the second team foul for Marietta, the first for Hurd.
Quakers doing their little circle drill here, running around.
Hooper got the inbound pass, gives it to Smith. Smith to Cavell. Cavell driving, going up, no good. Rebounded though by Haysecker. They get a fresh 30. Back over to Cavell. Driving, kicks it out to Hooper. Hooper to Jefferson. 3-pointer for Jefferson is no good. Ball still loose on the court, and the ball will be going out of bounds, and we're going back to Marietta.
Marietta, number 14, Brooke Porch.
Porch back in the game.
59 number you said earlier is starting to look a little questionable right now unless Quakers can turn it on.
Very low scoring here in the first half with 13:45 to go. It's only 6-2.
Yep.
Only 8 points on the board.
Travel.
Yep. Borsch traveled.
Checking into the game for Marietta, number 3, Sierra Sigmund.
Sierra Sigmund coming into the ball game from Marietta.
We might see a little, this is tournament action, so maybe there's some jitters on both sides as far as the reason that we've got such a low-scoring game thus far.
Marietta seems a little more composed. They're getting good shots, too, and they're making a few of them.
Ellie Cavell with the jumper. That one was
it's
short.
like right there.
It's out of bounds.
Yeah, the Quakers aren't just missing. They're missing, not even getting it on the rim.
Here we go on the other end of the floor now. Ledecky gives it to Frazier. Long three-pointer for Frazier. That one no good. Ball still loose on the floor, picked up by Haysecker. Ellie Cavell brings the ball up the court. Giving it up to Haysecker. Savannah Hooper with the jumper. No good on Hooper's part. Rebound pulled down by Ledecky. That was a good shot. Now Frazier with the jumper, no good. Wilmington doesn't have any of their starters on the floor right now, either, Charlie.
No. But we've seen them enough. I tell you, several of these girls on the floor could be starters. But right now they're playing like they're not.
Jefferson missed that shot. Ball goes out of bounds, and we're going back to
And
Marietta.
speaking of that, here comes 3 of them back on, 4 of them back on the floor.
Yep, Robles, Tucker, Glick, and Andracki coming back into the ball game. Wilmington hasn't made a field goal in about 7 minutes.
Well, and if I'm the coach, I mean, I think I'd be getting a timeout and just say, girls, calm down. Run the offense. You know, we're just taking the first
There
shot
you
we can
go.
get.
And Tucker almost had that one stolen, but the ball went out of bounds.
Run the offense.
18 seconds to go on the shot clock, 12:25 on the game clock. Possession is with Marietta. Borsch with the ball. Goes inside to Frazier. Frazier kicks it out. Ledecky long three-pointer, no good. Rebound by Tucker. You know,
Marietta's missing as many shots as Wilmington. At least Marietta's there. They're hitting the rim at least, you know.
Yeah. Robles goes down to Glick.
So right there could have been a nice just turnaround jumper.
There it is, turnaround layup, no good. Ball is loose, and it's going to be an offensive foul against Wilmington. We'll find out who's again.
Smith.
Emily Smith, that's her first, team's fourth timeout on the floor with 11:54
That's a good timeout.
left to go here in our first half. Still 6-2, ladies and gentlemen. Marietta in the lead as you're watching college basketball live on CampusNation.com, the sports animal. For high school and college sports, A.J. Gagner, Charlie Hargrave, and Rick Phillips at the helm this evening.
That's a good timeout. You know, Coach Sheevy's got to say, okay, girls, got to calm down. Hey, we got to run our offense. And we got to get the ball. You know, you're getting good shots, but they're not making them. But they're not running the offense either. It's just kind of almost happenstance. I don't know, happen chance.
I mean, they're closing in on almost 10 minutes without a field goal.
Right. Well, we're on the low side of the bandwidth end here, so what we'll probably do is we should be able to make it through to halftime. Then we'll recycle at halftime and hopefully have bandwidth for the rest of the game. I hate stopping it because then I got to join these things together before I upload them, but I just want to make sure that the bandwidth, it goes up significantly and then it drops off, then it comes back up. But more than likely there's enough buffering that people that are watching don't see it, but there may be occasionally a point where if it drops to zero for a few seconds, we might get a freeze, a frame, something like that. But stay with us, and if we get complete drop-off, then what we'll do is recycle and be back up and operating. You just simply have to refresh your browser. But you are watching Campus Nation live in living color on our site. For whatever reason, I guess they're going to have to look at the Boxcast before spring sports because it's just not working.
Right.
Could be an HDMI cable, could be a number of things.
Oh, here we go. After the timeout, bringing it up to court is Broche. Oh, nice dish to Frazier, but she is going to get hacked. That was a very, very late foul call there.
Yeah, but that was a foul.
That's Kirsten Glick's second, the team's fifth, as Haysecker will be getting ready to come into the ballgame. Frazier will be shooting 2 shots at the line for the Lady Pioneers. First one is up and good. Haysecker into the ballgame for Kirsten Glick.
I haven't heard it yet, Charlie, but did you make any comments about AJ's hat?
The other day, I liked his hat. I told him that.
You like that better than that other hat?
Oh, yeah, a lot better.
Second one is good.
Well, 8-2.
And Andracki brings the ball up the floor for Wilmington. Haysecker to Tucker. Tucker over to Robles.
It's time for Courtney Tucker to take his game on her shoulders.
Andracki, though, top of the circle, three-pointer, no good. Rebounded by Frazier. They still.
That was an open shot, though. I mean, I have no qualms with that shot.
Ledecky gave it off to Sigmund. Sidman back over to Borsch. Borsch hands the ball off to Roush.
Stolen, yep.
Andracki down the floor, one-on-one. Goes up, no good, but she is going to get fouled on the floor by 15, Jordan Roush. That's her first, team's third. And Andracki will have a chance to put Wilmington's first points on the board in almost 10 minutes. 2 shots for Andracki. First one is up. No good. They are not seeing the rim tonight.
You just sit back and shake your head.
Hurd comes back in the ball game for the Pioneers. Second shot for Andracki is up. That one's good. Now 8-3 with 11:09 to go here in the first half. Wilmington going to press. Hurd has the basketball. She gives it off to Sigmund. Sigmund back to Hurd, almost a travel.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Other end of the floor, two-pointer for Roush. 7-point lead now, 10-3, 10:50 left to go first half. As Andracki has the ball now for Wilmington. Gives it off to Tucker. Tucker drives, goes up, no good, and that's going to be a foul against Robles. That's her second, team sixth.
Yep.
As Jefferson will come back into the game for Wilmington. Hurd will bring the ball up the floor for the Lady Pioneers. Giving the ball off to Borsch, who drives one hand, and that one was beautiful for two. 9-point lead now, 12-3. Tucker, other end of the floor, drives, goes up, gets fouled by Frazier. She got down hard.
Yep, she took a hard fall there. Kind of hit her head, I think. She got right back up, though.
Frazier's first foul, the team's fourth for Marietta. Now Tucker will be shooting two shots. 12-3 is our score. 10:22 to go first half. Marietta in the lead. Tucker hits the first.
Now she needs to get involved in this game a little more and take over. Courtney Tucker has that ability.
Alexander and Booth coming back into the ball game for Marietta, and Ellie Cavell for Wilmington. Second shot is good by Tucker as well. Yeah, take some of those shots. Go in, drive hard, put your body on the line, take some fouls.
Or maybe that'll get her started.
Bump up the crowd a little bit. Heard the Borsch. The crowd's been relatively quiet here early on. Borsch to Alexander, back to Borsch. Inside is Alexander, step back, jumper, and she got fouled.
I think Andracki, or not Andracki, but Cavell, I think.
Yep. That's her first, team seventh, and now Marietta is in the bonus for the last 10 minutes of the first half. Alexander shooting two. First one is no good. Second shot. That one no good as well. Rebound pulled down by Tucker, so good job by the Quakers, not giving up any points on that last possession as Tucker all the way down the floor. Gives it to Cavell. Three from the wing. That one is no good. Rebound pulled down by Hurd. Hurd on the other end of the floor now. Almost had it stolen. Ball still loose. And Jefferson going for the steal. We're going to have a jump ball. Possession goes back to Wilmington. Now they're showing some hustle.
Yep, good hustle there. Well, I tell you, Brittany Jefferson can do that. She can get everybody going. She's a young player. She plays sometimes a little out of control. But she can get everybody else fired up. She'll be a good leader for this Quaker basketball team in the future.
Ellie Cavell gives it off to Courtney Tucker, who's going to drive, go up, and get fouled again. Good job by Tucker, just driving inside, putting her body on the line. But Wilmington still is without a field goal for almost 10 minutes, for about 10 minutes now. Since the opening seconds of the ball game. Foul was on number 33, Candace Alexander. That's her second, the team's fifth, as Tucker will be shooting two at the line for the Lady Quakers. First one good. 9.5 minutes to go here in our first half. Frazier and Brogan coming back in from Marietta.
Each team using quite a number of players.
Second one for Tucker. That's good. She's perfect on the day. 12-7. Marietta
Need another stop here, AJ.
Need another turnover, too.
That would be a stop.
Right. Frazier gives it off to Hurd. Hurd with a jumper, two-pointer, no good. Rebound.
That's a stop. There we go.
Anna Haysecker. He gives it to Ellie Cavell. In transition, gives it off. Brittany Jefferson, long three-pointer. That one no good. And that's going to be a foul against Wilmington, so we'll have a 1-and-1. Foul is on number 15.
Haysecker.
That's her first team's 8th, so we'll have a 1-1 down on the other end as Alexandria Kingsbury will be coming into the ball game. She's got that hurt wrist. I think she broke her hand a few weeks ago.
Really?
Yeah. So 2 shots on the other, or 1-1 on the other end of the floor for number 42, Heather Booth. Front end of the 1-1 is good. Second one, that one's good as well. 7-point lead, 14-7. Marietta leading this one with about 9 minutes here to go in the first half. Cavell to Tucker. Tucker goes up with it. That one no good.
Didn't get fouled that time.
Yeah, we need one of those patented spurts that Wilmington can put on.
Well, Courtney Tucker is doing what I think she should
do. There you go.
There's
Now we're
Jefferson
doing
with
it.
the steal. Jefferson.
He'll be fouled.
Coast to coast. Got the basket. That's their first field goal in 11 minutes.
And that's what they need. They need something like that to get them started.
14-9. 8.5 minutes to go. As Jefferson just went coast to coast after stealing the ball. Borsch got the ball from Hurd. Gives it back to Hurd. Hurd over to Brogan. Brogan back to Borsch. 3-pointer. No good. Rebound by Frazier. Cavell almost had that one in her hands, and it went right in to Frazier's hands for 2.
That was a heads-up play there.
Cavell going to go coast to coast. It's going to be a foul on the floor.
The floor committed the foul.
Number 20, Hurd with the foul. Her second, team 6, so the next one will put Wilmington in the bonus.
That's a little bit of comic relief.
Yes.
Whoa. Don't quit your day job. This is your day job.
What is my day job? My day job, my night job.
Jefferson gets the inbound pass, gives it off to Mary Moyer, who's going to shoot a long 3. And Mary Moyer, M squared.
Downtown.
Getting the 3-pointer, 16-12.
And
now
we're gonna get
Marietta wants a timeout maybe.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're within 4 now, and that steal started it. What do we got here?
30-second timeout taken by Marietta.
All right.
7:50 left to go here in our first half. 16-12. Wilmington down by 4 points. Here's you're watching college basketball live on CampusNation.com. The Sports Animal, your home for high school and college sports.
16-12. Quakers right back in it here. They've got a couple stops. Tucker has got the Quakers going, and so has Brittany Jefferson. Yeah, she's playing nice defense, and Tucker's just taking it to the hole.
And just like Rick said, we want one of those patented Lady Quaker spurts here, and they're on the verge of doing that, getting these steals and shooting those big shots. I mean, they've only made 3 field goals all game long.
Right.
Smart timeout here by Marietta. Smart timeout.
Yeah, the
Slow the
Pioneers
run down.
definitely need to stop the momentum that has shifted the Wilmington side.
Still, we are awful low scoring in this game, 16-12.
Well, obviously, one of the things that AJ enlightened us to was that the Lady Quakers are most successful when they score, 59 points or more?
Yeah.
So we're a ways from that.
Oh, way ways.
And let's hope that doesn't hold true tonight. All we care about is 1 point, and that is that the Lady Quakers end up with 1 more point than the Marietta Pioneers by the end of the game.
And I believe the winner of this ball game will be taking on Capital at Capital on Wednesday.
So that'll be up in Columbus.
I'm going to check this out again here on OAC.
Capital is in Bexley.
Here comes Marietta down the court.
And Broche gives it off to Ledecky. Broche back over to Booth. The drive, the shot, no good by number 20.
That was good
Parker.
defense. Good defense.
Mary Moyer with the rebound. Moyer with the ball, gives it off to Tucker. Tucker found the lane, gets it up off the glass for 2, and now the Quakers are back within 2. And a steal! Jefferson goes up, gets fouled, and she almost made that shot, but she'll be shooting 2 anyways and have a chance to tie this ball game up. Fouls on number 14, Brooke Broche, her first, team 7th.
16-14. Quakers right back in it. And again, it's been the combination of Jefferson and Tucker.
Jefferson just makes the first one. The other game going on right now at the moment, number 7 seed Mount Union at number 6 seed Heidelberg. That game going on. And also number 8 Marietta here against number 5 Wilmington. Second shot is good. The quarterfinals are actually tomorrow as the winner of this game takes on number 4 seed Capital at 7:30, and the semifinals will be on February the 26th. The finals are on Saturday the 28th.
Anybody can win. It's tournament time, baby.
Yep.
All records are 0-0.
And the winner of this tournament gets the automatic bid to the NCAA tournament. Booth with the ball, 5 to shoot. Goes up with it, no good. Rebound pulled down by Haysecker. We are tied at 16 with 6:45. Moyer, other end of the floor with the pass from Ellie Cavell. And the Quakers take the lead, 18-16. What a run so far by Wilmington.
Is that Wilmington's first lead? I can't remember early on. I think it is.
This is Wilmington's first lead of the game.
Wilmington's first lead of the game.
Booth gives the ball off. Three-pointer from the top of the key is no good. Shot by number 25, Brogan. Wilmington on the other end. Ellie Cavell with a three of her own. That one no good. Rebound pulled down by Tucker, though. Back over to Cavell. Fresh 30 on the shot clock for Wilmington. 6:05 to go here. First half. Cavell drives, goes up, off the glass. Beautiful shot by Ellie Cavell. And now the Quakers have a 4-point lead, 20-16. If I was Marietta, I'd take another one of those timeouts. Frazier giving it off to Ledecky. Ledecky to Brogan. Brogan to Booth. Inside is Frazier. Kicks it back out to Broche. And that one's stolen away. Good defense, but then stolen right back. Three-pointer by Ledecky. No good. Ball still loose. Rebound pulled down by Tucker. It's 2-on-2 down the court. Tucker gives it off. Ellie Cavell from the wing. And three. Got the three-pointer to Ellie Cavell. And just like what I said, Marietta needed a timeout. They take one. 5:26 to go. First half. 23-16. The Lady Quakers are on a run right now.
Nice turnaround.
Did I call it?
That's right, you did.
Rick Phillips, ladies and gentlemen, he called that.
He's the soothsayer. Although I believe Courtney Tucker was kind of taking control.
She's taking control, but I'll tell you what, all 5 girls on the court for Wilmington, they are taking control. They're playing great defense.
Yes.
They're making better shot selections here in the late going of this first half. These last 5 minutes are going to be key going into the locker room to see who takes momentum. And right now, Wilmington definitely.
Oh yeah, they got to keep it going
into this game.
And you got to again hand that to Courtney Tucker and Brittany Jefferson. Brittany's come in and played some tough defense, and Courtney's being a leader out there and taking the ball to the hole. And Ellie Cavell stepped up here too. She's got 5 points in the last couple minutes.
Hurd will bring the ball up the floor for the Pioneers after the timeout. She gives it off to Ledecky. Ledecky over to Brogan. Brogan kicks it back out. Ledecky. Brogan almost traveled on that drive. Gives it off. Sigmund inside. No good. Rebound pulled down by Haysecker. Haysecker gives it off to Cavell. 5 minutes to go, first half. Cavell tried to go up with a pass. Fast break, and Sigmund's going to get fouled by Brittany Jefferson.
Now what do we got here?
A foul? Number 3, Jefferson charged with the foul. So shooting 2 will be Sierra Sigmund.
Good hustle on both parts there by Sigmund and Jefferson.
Sigmund makes the first one. Coming into the ball game, number 23, Savannah Hooper. Yeah, they pulled Jefferson out of the game, give her a little.
Well, I think she can get a little hot.
Yeah, she's hot
she
right now.
She plays with a lot of emotion, and that's good. That's not a bad thing.
Sigmund makes them both. 23-18. Quakers in the lead here, under 5 to go. Cavell gives to Haysecker.
The Crazies are earning their title, aren't they?
Yes, they are. Ellie Cavell, three-pointer, no good.
Short.
Rebound pulled down by Frazier. Hurd brings it back up for the Pioneers. Gives it off to Sigmund again. Working against Haysecker goes up, no good. Ball still up in the air, rebounded by Hooper. Yeah, the Quaker crazies aren't going crazy here tonight. It's a whiteout game. Cavell to Hooper. Hooper to Haysecker. Haysecker to Tucker. Inside, trying to fit it to Emily Smith, but it gets knocked out of bounds by Frazier. Ball stays with Wilmington.
Good defense.
Oh yeah, both teams are playing real well right now compared to the first 5-6 minutes of this game.
Oh yeah, the last 5 minutes they've really picked up their game on both sides of the ball.
Basket either team the first 5 minutes of the game.
Hooper gives it to Tucker. No foul call on that, and the ball will stay with Wilmington.
Well, there's no foul on that. If you're going to call a foul, you almost have to call it offensive because the two defensive players there were straight up, and she's going into them, but she didn't go into them hard enough to be considered an offensive foul.
10 on the shot clock. Andracki in the corner. She traveled. Ball will be going back to the Lady Pioneers now. It's 23-18. Wilmington the lead with 4:03 left to go here in our first half of play.
I get on the officials when I think they need it, but this crew here has done a good job, I think, tonight.
Oh, and a bad pass by Hurd trying to find Sigmund. And Wilmington will have the ball back. And I believe this is a media timeout. We have media here today.
Yeah, real media, baby. Us and Marietta Radios here.
So at 3:53 left to go here in the first period. It's 23-18. Wilmington in the lead as we have a media timeout.
Yeah, Jefferson get ready to re-enter, so that's going to be good for the Quakers.
Well, if we have a media timeout, then maybe what we should do is a shameless media plug for our game coming up this Friday night.
Or for some of our sponsors for the tournament.
Well, that's true.
Who do you have so far, Rick? I hadn't talked to you much today. I know you got two, but who else?
Yeah, we got Bogards and we have Bush Auto Place, and we got a call in from NCB.
Good.
And and we've got about 19, I think, that we've approached. We've also got to get up north and talk to some wrestling advertisers. AJ's got a list of those.
You might need to cut class more and go up there with him.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Not a good idea to cut class.
Well, you're in there. This is your
crunch time, man.
This is your future career here.
It's my future career, but to get to my future career, I got to get that piece of paper in my hand.
To
get that piece of paper, I got to go to class.
I'm pretty good at producing degrees.
Oh, yeah. Wilmington College students, do not see Rick Phillips for your fake college diploma.
Well, it wouldn't be from Wilmington College, of course.
It'd be from the school of Rick Phillips.
The Phillips Academy of Fine Arts.
There you go.
I didn't pay tons of money to go here to not get a degree.
Yeah, although it couldn't be a liberal arts degree, it would have to be a conservative arts degree.
No. And his degree, it'll be a BS degree.
Oh, that's true.
Mine's a BA.
Well, mine is a BS. I've got a Bachelor of Science in Marketing.
All right, back to live action. Andracki.
That wasn't the BS I was talking about, baby, but that's okay.
Haysecker, Andracki, three from the top. No good. Rebound pulled down by Booth. As Hurd brings it back up the court. Under 3.5 minutes to go here. First half. Hurd kicks it outside to Sigmund. Sigmund gives it to Brogan for three. No good. Ball still loose on the floor. And that's going to be an foul against Wilmington.
Well, that's the first time they've been asking each other.
Was that actually a foul?
It's on Jefferson. That's her second, team's 10th. So shooting two will be Amisha Hurd for Marietta.
So this is double bonus.
First one is no good. And here comes Tucker in the game for Jefferson. The queen of the court.
That's right. She can turn it on, man.
Second shot, that one's made. It's 23-19, 4-point lead for the Lady Quakers now.
Quakers need to answer here.
With another one of those spurts.
They were up 7. Marietta's cut it back to 4.
Hooper with the ball. Dribbling out, 15 on to shoot. Gives it to Andracki, over to Haysecker. Back to Andracki, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Andracki making her move, gives it to Emily Smith. Smith drives, goes up, no good. Rebound pulled down by Tucker. And the ball goes out, and Wilmington has 2 seconds on the shot clock to put a shot up. So an inbound pass and a quick shot.
Yep. I'd say whoever's just right underneath the basket, try to get him to him and shoot it up.
Inbound goes to Smith. She gets it up and good off the buzzer. 25-19, Wilmington in the lead as Emily Smith beats the shot clock buzzer. Hurd on the other end of the floor gives it off. And Sigmund for 2. That one no good. Rebound pulled down by Hurd. That ball bounced and stayed in the air for a while.
Yes, it did.
2 by Sigmund. No good again. Another offensive rebound by Brogan. The third shot no good. A tie-up and a jump ball in possession will stay with Marietta. And Borsch coming back into the game.
Let him play on that one.
2:16 here to go first half. 25-19. Quakers in the lead by 6. Sigmund almost lost the inbound pass. Picked up by Brogan, though. Heads up play. Hurd with the ball. 20 on the shot clock. Hurd gives it off to Borsch. Borsch to Brogan. Brogan drives, goes up one hand, no good. Rebound by Andracki and the Quakers. Wilmington's got numbers. Tucker going up. No good. Gets her own. Nope, she didn't get her own rebound. Thought she had it for a second, but it was rebounded by Brogan.
Minute 45 to go, 25-19.
And now Borsch brings it up, gave it off to Hurd. Hurd going down low to Booth. Booth with a jumper. Good. Nice shot by Heather Booth.
She's got 6 on the night so far. She's the leading scorer for Marietta.
90 seconds to go. First half, 25-21. Wilmington in the lead. Andracki to Emily Smith. Smith. Oh, she's trying to fit it to Andracki, and Hurd steals it away. Goes up with it, and she gets fouled? Did Smith even touch her?
Yeah, that one was a little chippy, I think.
So that's the second foul charge to Smith, and now shooting 2 will be Amisha Hurd.
There might have been a little contact there, but that's one of those things referees see that. They've already got the, it's like a referee in football. They already got their hand on the flag. They're ready to blow that whistle as soon as they see that play even evolving.
Well, Ellie Cavell and Mary Moyer comes back into the ball game for the Lady Quakers. 1:16 to go, first half. Second shot by Hurd is no good. Rebounded by Ellie Cavell, and she lost it out of bounds. Ball goes back to Marietta.
1:13 to go.
Touch the mouse pad. Thank you.
25-21.
Inbound pass goes to
Brogan. Almost a foul there.
Yeah, I know. Hooper got away with one. Borsch with the ball. Gives it off to Booth. Booth back to Borsch. Under a minute to go now. First half. Ledecky to Borsch. Tucker thought about a steal there. Now Booth goes up. Off the glass and good for 2 points.
Booth's trying to take over here for Marietta.
Other end of the floor, Moyer to Haysecker, 3-pointer, no good. Rebound pulled down by Hooper, good job. She dribbles back out.
See, I'd like to see her turn around right there and just went up strong herself, but she's only a freshman, so she may be a little timid about doing something like that.
Courtney Tucker gives it to Hooper. Hooper to Moyer, who's going to go strong, gets fouled. 2 shots. Number 25, I believe, Brogan. That's her first, team's 8th. So 2 shots coming from Mary Moyer, M squared.
22 seconds left to go.
First one is no good by Moyer. Wilmington up by 2, 25-23, 22.5 seconds to go in our first half.
Tight game.
It's a barn burner, ladies and gentlemen.
Second one by Moyer. That one sticks. It's good. 26-23.
She's got 8 on the night. She's the leading scorer right now for Wilmington College.
All right.
Marietta.
Pioneers can tie it up here.
Yep, they can hold for the last shot. 12 seconds on the shot, on the clock. Borsch gives it to Brogan with 3. No good. Moyer on the floor trying to go for the rebound. Ball still on the floor. And that's going to do it for the end of our first half of play. Our score, Wilmington 26 and Marietta 23 here in this OAC tournament matchup.
Thought we were going to have a little rugby scrum there at the end. Did you see that?
Like it, didn't it? Yeah.
The bodies
so if we double the score, 26 and 26.
52.
52. We got to put some points on the board in this second half.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be getting our first half stats here momentarily from the court. Again, ladies and gentlemen, be looking at our schedule on campusnation.com for all the great events coming up, including high school tournament basketball on Friday, as well as Division III high school wrestling from Sidney Lehman High School Friday and Saturday. Keep a lookout for that, ladies and gentlemen. There's AJ Ganger, Rick Phillips, Charlie Hargrave here this evening. We'll be getting our stats here momentarily.
We'll be off as far as talking here for a few minutes, but go to the restroom, get your concessions at your home, and come back and join us here. We'll be back on in about 5 minutes.
This is Rick Phillips with CampusNation.com. We are at halftime. It's 26-23. The Lady Quakers have that slim lead over the Pioneers. And we want to remind everybody, this Friday we've got high school tournament basketball action. The Wilmington Cane are going to be taking on Cincinnati Withrow. I think the game time for that is 8:15 for our pregame and 8:30 for the game. It'll be the second of 3 games that night on this Friday coming. And we'll be there covering all the action as Wilmington is going to chase a state title. Withrow has only had one win all year long. I think that Withrow is 1-20. And of course, Wilmington is 21-1. Maybe they're 1-21. I'm not sure. They don't necessarily play the same number of games, but I think the most you could play this year would be a total of 22. So Wilmington filled its schedule completely with all the games that they could put together. Some of the other things that you may not be aware of, and I have not looked at the state rankings. They should be out now. So Wilmington may have moved up in the state rankings, considering the fact that Mason dropped its first game this past week, and also Wayne lost its 5th game of the season. Actually, right now, what that means is that Centerville, who is also in the GWalk, Centerville has a better record now than Wayne, and they were the team to last defeat Wayne, hanging that 5th loss on them. So that'll be an interesting Dayton district and regional, seeing who comes out of Dayton, whether it ends up being a team like Wayne or it might be a team like Centerville. Either way, I think that the Cane are up to it. They'll take whoever comes out of that region, and I think they're going to beat them. I think that they will be looking at the semifinals here in a few weeks, and we'll be there to cover that as well. We're taking you all the way to the state championship, and I believe that Wilmington Hurricane can be right there in that championship game. So we are at halftime, and did we went over the stats and everything? Okay. So we'll go over the stats now. We are not going to recycle. Yes, the bandwidth has gone from low to high, but if we stop and we recycle, what happens is it takes a lot more time to process the video. We have to join it together. We're not going to do that unless we get some severe stoppage. Then we will have to recycle, but bear with us. If you see that happen, just simply wait a few minutes and then refresh your screen. We'll be back up and operating, and we'll try not to lose any more of this exciting basketball game than need be to bring you the whole and entire game. And of course, this game will be on our website probably early tomorrow morning, so you'll be able to relive all the action of tonight's game, this tournament game, tomorrow morning once we post it on CampusNation.com. And don't forget, keep an eye on our event calendar, because we will be adding as time goes on. In fact, we were just aware of this game last night, and so for those of you that are with us, more than likely you either heard that we were carrying the broadcast or you saw it on our site. Keep coming back to the site, and that'll keep you up to date on all the action and everything that Campus Nation will be carrying. Okay, I'll give it to AJ, and we'll give you the stats.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, your leading scorer right now for Marietta is number 42, Heather Booth. She has 8 points, 3 rebounds. With 4 points, we have Brooke Broche, and with 4 points as well, we have Ashley Frazier. They're shooting 8 of 29 from the field. That's 27.6%. They have not made a 3-point shot the entire first half, and they are 58.3% from the free throw line at the moment. For Wilmington, your leading scorer is number 40, Mary Moyer, with 8 points, 4 rebounds. With 6 points is Courtney Tucker. With 5 points is Ellie Cavell. With 4 points is Brittany Jefferson. Wilmington is only shooting 22.9% from the field, 22.2% from three-point land, and 8 of 10 at the free throw line. Wilmington has 5 turnovers and 4 steals, when Marietta has 6 turnovers and only 2 steals. Wilmington with 25 rebounds, 18 defense, 7 offense. Marietta with 25 total rebounds as well, 20 on defense and 5 on offense. Wilmington has scored 12 points in the paint to Marietta's 6. Wilmington 7 points off of turnovers. They have 7 second chance points and 7 fast break points. The score has been tied twice. The lead has changed once, as Marietta is led by as many as 9, and Wilmington is led by as many as 7. Marietta led for that almost the entire first half, 10 minutes 35 seconds. Wilmington led for 6:23, and the game was tied for just about 3 minutes.
And yeah, you look at the field goal percentage here. 22.9 and 27.6.
But both teams have only made 8 field goals.
That's why we have the low scoring. And I tell you, the sad part about on Wilmington's end, a lot of those field goals that were missed were like right under the basket.
Yeah.
I mean, I bet you they missed 5 or 6 within 3 or 4 feet of the bucket.
Yep. We got about 3 minutes here to begin the second half. 26-23 is our halftime score of this OAC first round tournament game between the 5th seeded Lady Quakers and the 8th seeded Marietta Pioneers. They're 9-16 on the year. As Marietta, Wilmington 14-11.
Okay, so what do you got to do here for the second half?
What do you got to do? You got to make more shots. I mean, both teams have only made 8 field goals. Marietta is 0 of 8 when it comes to shooting three-pointers. Wilmington has only made 2 3-point shots, but they were big three-pointers. That's what I think. They got to shoot the ball better. They need to not be as out of control as what they were and hesitant as what they were in that first about 10, 12 minutes of the first half. And like you said before, Courtney Tucker is going to be huge, and so is Mary Moyer with getting Wilmington back into this game and on a groove.
Well, and Brittany Jefferson also. Brittany Jefferson lit a fire. Brittany, she's just got to stay in control. Yeah, that's the only thing that worries me about her. She's young. She can get out of control quick, and if something doesn't go her way, it can kind of knock her off kilter.
And I mean, when you sit here and you look at Marietta's schedule and the games they've won and the games they've lost, they haven't been getting blown out. They're winning close games. They're losing close games. I mean, I think their biggest margin of defeat may be about 15 points. So that you got to take that into consideration. And Wilmington needs to put up almost 60 points here. It proves that they've only won one game when they don't put up 59.
Right. And, 26 points. I mean, 59 is not out of reach. And the only reason we're saying 59, people, if you didn't follow us earlier, it's like AJ just mentioned. Basically, Wilmington scores 59. They've won every game they've played.
14-3.
Except for, just a couple. So, it's a pretty significant number. I wonder if the coach even realizes that.
Yeah, I know Sheeby does.
You about late, girl. Our cameraman getting up here late. They've been eating too much popcorn. We got one in here eating popcorn and cheese. Dang.
It's like chicken noodle soup and A1 sauce. I eat that.
Is that anything like peanut butter and bologna? It's not bad.
Peanut butter and bologna?
Or peanut butter and pickles. Peanut butter and pickles sandwiches, try them.
Are you sure you're not pregnant, Charlie?
No, she's had it before. Peanut butter and pickles, there you go.
You guys are weird. Well, we're getting ready to begin the second half.
It sounds bad, but it's better than what you think. It really is.
We're getting ready to begin the second half here live from Fred Risk Arena at Herman Court. As you're watching college basketball live on CampusNation.com, the sports animal, your home for high school and college sports.
Is that
Quakers
Campus Nation the sports animal?
Sports animal.
Like the Ohio State University?
No.
Yes, exactly.
Wilmington will begin with the ball here to begin our second half of play. Robles to inbound. Wilmington up by 3 as Andraki gets the inbound pass. It's win or go home here, ladies and gentlemen, as Tucker has the ball. Gives it to Moyer. Moyer back over to Tucker.
What do you do if you're already home?
If you're already home, you stay here. Tucker gives it off.
Turn in the uniforms. They don't want to do that.
Nope. Moyer lost the ball. Jump ball. Nope. Did they get the jump ball or did they get the timeout? So nope, they got the jump ball. So possession goes back to Marietta. Not the way you wanted to start the second half.
No.
Borsch brings the ball up. Gives it to Brogan.
Again, you got to play with a little poise,
Yeah. Alexander back to Broche. Over to Ledecky.
Wilmington showing some pretty good man-to-man defense right now.
Alexander. 5 to shoot. Borsch puts it up. No good. In and out rebound by Courtney Tucker. Tucker to Andraki. Andraki back over to Tucker. Moyer with the pick. Tucker drives. She's going to go all the way off the glass for 2. It's Courtney Tucker. Inbound pass goes to Borsch. Brings it up, gives it off to Brogan. Brogan over to Ledecky. Ledecky back to Brogan. Brogan almost lost it, picked up by Borsch. Inside is Booth. Almost got it stolen away. Kicks it out. Brogan for three. Good! By Heather. Or by Jessica Brogan. Thought it was Heather for a second.
28-26.
Glick gave it to Tucker. Tucker's going to drive again. Go up with it again. He makes it again. Tucker's got ice in her veins right now.
Yeah, and she's the one that's got to take over. She is right now.
On the other end of the floor now. Borsch tried to drive, got cut off by Tucker. Gives it off to Alexander.
I think Borsch had it if she'd went for it there.
And Brogan got cut off as well. She gave it back to Borsch. Inside, Booth, step back, jumper, good.
And that's who's got to take the lead for Marietta is Booth. She's having a pretty nice game. She's got 10.
She was the leading scorer right now.
Yeah, she's the go-to person for Marietta. That's for sure.
Tucker gave it to Moyer for another three. Is Moyer? That one no good. Rebound pulled down by Robles. And the Bulls lost it, but she's going to get dinged with a foul.
That's cheap.
Yeah, that's her second,
I believe.
That's
foul.
her third. Robles' third foul.
I mean, yeah, you can call it, but they've let a lot worse stuff. I can go by tonight without calling it.
Jefferson coming in now for Robles. Borsch gives it to Brogan. Brogan to Ledecky. Ledecky to Alexander. Inside to Booth. Ledecky with it. Gives it back to Borsch for three. That one no good. Still unable to hit a three-pointer tonight is Marietta. Andracki. Fast break to Tucker for three. No good. Rebound. Pulled down by Jefferson. No foul against Marietta there. And that's going to be a foul on the drive to the basket on Marietta. Moyer took a shot.
She got tomahawked, but no call.
Number 25, Jessica Brogan.
Jessica Brogan gets charged with her second, team's first, and going to shoot two will be Brittany Jefferson.
Now Brogan's got a three for Marietta, but that's the only one.
First one up and good. And Brogan averages 8.6 points a game. Both of them good. 32-28, 16:50 left in this second half. As Borsch brings the ball up the court. Gives it off. Alexander drives. Puts up a jumper. Airballed that one. And Jefferson with the rebound. Going to take it coast to coast. What a shot by Brittany Jefferson for two. 28-34. Wilmington in the lead. Brogan to Borsch. Borsch over to Alexander. Ledecky kicks it out. Almost got it stolen away. Ball will stay with Marietta.
Nice denying of the basketball there by Mary Moyer, knocking it out of bounds.
Amisha Hurd coming into the ball game. Here we go with the inbound to Hurd.
You don't want to throw an air ball up against Wilmington because the fans will let you know it the rest of the game.
Well, Brogan with the ball. Puts up a three. No good. Rebounded by Moyer. Moyer, fast break. Gives it to Jefferson, who has to slow up.
Yeah.
Let her a little too far.
She was lucky to get the ball.
Tucker for three. That one no good. Rebounded by Booth. Jefferson almost stole that one, but they're going to call her for a foul late. That's her third.
Number 3, Brittany Jefferson. Her third, team second. Media timeout.
All right.
Okay, another media timeout here. 15:48 to go in the second half. 34-28. Jefferson got charged with a foul there. That's the team's second, her third.
Yes, yeah. That's her style of game, though. I mean, you know what? I think I just leave her in there. She's good to get the momentum going. And if she fouls out, she fouls out. Because then you just put Cavella in there, or you throw Robles back in there, who also has three.
Now, these media timeouts are a little different here. We're not really used to
Yeah, we're liking this.
Media timeouts. And, I mean, I think I know their cycle from watching it on TV. I think under 15 or
Well, I'm not
16.
sure whether they use the same time sequence for
pros or
for this
college,
particular tournament or not.
NCAA.
But yeah, it would be
Division I.
nice if they had those media timeouts. Now I know that they do in the state tournaments.
You're right.
They do have the media timeouts, so that'll be beneficial if we get to that point where we're doing advertising during the state finals in wrestling and also in basketball.
Don't forget.
No media timeout in wrestling.
Don't forget this weekend, if you're not doing anything, come out. Roberts Center, Saturday night, 4 to 10:30.
And I'll be judging the big pinup contest.
That's right, pinup contest, plus Elvis has come back from the dead, and he will be there to perform Saturday
Never
night.
died.
I'm going to be bringing in Charlie's favorite follower now.
Sunday. I don't know about that. She kind of ripped me the other day.
She did.
But
What'd she say?
Sunday,
What
10
did
to
she,
4.
what did she say?
10 to 4.
Jerk? Is that what she said? I don't know whether she knew who she was talking to.
I think it was pretty funny.
Yeah, well, you liked all of them. That was being a little critical of you, right?
Yep.
That was that shameless weather report you gave her.
Right.
Offensive foul charged to Borsch. Put her shoulder down into Tucker, and the ball will be going back to Wilmington. I believe that is her first. That was on Booth. Foul was on Booth. Her first, team second. My bad.
It's all right.
Andracki gives it off to Moyer. Moyer to Hooper to Glick. Glick over to Andracki. Wilmington showing a little more life here in the second half. Back to Savannah Hooper. Back to Andracki. 12 to shoot. 8 to shoot for Wilmington. Inside is Glick. Goes up with it. No good. Rebound pulled down by Wilmington. Ball still loose. Picked up by Borsch. Wilmington with numbers. She slows down. Gives it to Hurd. Hurd over to Brogan. Brogan back to Hurd.
Got a mismatch here. Mary Moyer, yeah, there you go. Brittany
They had a
Jefferson with a switch. Yeah, they needed to.
Now Hurd with 8 to shoot. Puts up a 2. No good. Rebound by Moyer. Moyer up the court to Tucker. Tucker
And she
traveled.
yep.
Packed her bags and is going on spring break.
Yeah, that's too bad. They had a chance there to quick header, but it was kind of awkward where the ball was thrown. She kind of had to reach back for it.
14 and a half minutes here to go.
Yeah, we're going to call this underneath, I think.
Foul on Moyer.
No, calling out Moyer.
40, Mary Moyer.
Wow, I saw it the other way.
Team third.
Her first, team's third.
I saw Frazier being more the aggressor there.
Moyer being taken out of the game as Emily Smith comes in, as well as Hannah Haysecker and
I
Ellie
think Coach
Cabell.
Sheevy saw it the same way I just saw it because he's not happy. He's throwing his hand at the official.
Don't be Bobby Knight and throw a chair out there.
Well, I mean, Mary had her hands up,
Yeah.
and they called it on her.
Now with Borsch with the ball.
Matter of fact, when it happened, I thought it was going to be offensive.
Hurd drives.
And she traveled first.
No,
They're gonna
she
call
got
the foul.
fouled. Ellie Cavell gets charged
Yep.
with the foul. That is her
Ellie Cavell,
second.
her second.
Team's fourth, so shooting 2 will be Amisha Hurd.
Number 20, Amisha Hurd.
34-28. 14 left to go.
First shot is up and good.
Now waiting for Marietta. Number 3, Sierra Sigmund.
Quaker Crazies have been kind of quiet here. Hurd misses the second, but the rebound pulled down by Sigmund. Gives it off to Borsch. 34-29.
So they're getting physical underneath. I'm surprised they haven't called Frazier for a foul underneath.
Brogan tried to kick it out. Ball's loose. Picked up by Sigmund. Now one stolen away by Courtney Tucker. 1-on-1 to the hoop. It's Tucker. No good. In and out.
Wow.
Man. Greased up rim.
Yeah, it looked like she had it. Bounced all around the rim.
Hurd with the basketball. Out on top. Drives. Kicks it out to Brogan. Brogan over to Sigmund. Sigmund to Borsch. Jumper for Borsch. No good. Ball's going back to Wilmington. 13-19 here left to go in the second half. 34-29. Lady Quakers have been in the lead for quite some time now.
Yes. And I tell you, it's just like that play there underneath the basket. I mean, some referees are going to see that and call over the back.
Right.
On that ball going out.
Tucker with the basketball, gives it to Emily Smith for three. Wow, I thought that one was going in. No good. Rebound by Hurd and the Pioneers. Wilmington with numbers. Hurd gives it to Borsch. She should have had a three there, but she lost control of the ball for a second. Now Borsch driving, kicks it outside. Sigmund thought about a three. Drives, goes up, and good off the glass by Sigmund.
Number 3, Sierra Sigmund.
But now Ellie Cavell with the basketball. 12:40 to go in the ball game. Cavell driving, comes back out. 20 on the shot clock. Three-pointer, no good. Rebound by Hannah Haysecker. Back outside to Cavell. She'll restart. 3-point game. 34-31. Lady Quakers in the lead. Going inside to Tucker. Tried to fit it to Smith, and the ball goes out of bounds.
See, I mean, she had the ball right there. Go up with it. Shoot the ball. I get you want to be unselfish, but when you got a chance to make the bucket, hit it.
Cavell gets it into Tucker. 15 on the shot clock. Now back to Cavell. Cavell drives. Got it stuffed, and the ball is going back to Marietta. Frazier with the stuff.
I think you got a little jawing going on down on the floor, too.
Taking into the game for the Quakers, number 20.
Hey, it's a winner-go-home game. Both these teams don't want to give up.
I think Hurd's kind of getting under some of their skin. Usually referees won't put up with much of that.
Hurd gives it to number 15. No good by Roush, and she airballed it. The Quaker crazies are going to let her hear it.
That timeout Wilmington.
Media timeout with 11:54 to go.
Oh, okay. I thought it was timeout Wilmington.
34-31 here.
One thing I've noticed at these games, everybody that shoots down on the open end, what I'd like to call is, where people stand up above on the second floor, seems like the depth perception there, I think people must have a hard time with it on that end. On the right side, you just have a wall back there. There's no opening, no break in it. And I just wonder if that doesn't play on the shooters when they're shooting down here on our, I guess it'd be our west end.
It's possible. I mean, anything can pretty much happen.
But you ought to do that someday when you're in here. You ought to just go down and see if it's easier for you to make shots at one end or the other. Because it seems like every game we see, there's more problems shooting on this end.
You want me to go and shoot a basketball?
Well, I think you could just see it from your depth perception. I think
he only shoots underhanded.
I shoot like Jackie Moon does in semi-pro, his foul shots.
Oh, brother.
Actually, no, when we were at Westerville, remember that I took one of those balls and just threw the ball up for three, and I made it. It was awesome.
Yeah, how often would that happen? Never again in your life.
9 out of 10 times.
All right, yeah.
I just wonder that because it seems like on this end they struggle more with shooting. That'd be something to look up stat-wise even.
Well, there's only one other thing that we might consider, and that is on one end we have a balcony.
That's what
people
he's
are
been
looking
talking
down.
about.
Said that,
And
yeah.
on the other end there is no balcony.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Your depth perception might be off.
Right.
After the timeout, we're back to live action. Wilmington with the ball up by 3 points, 34-31, with 11:54 here to go in the ball game. As Andraki gets the inbound, and she'll take it up the court. Gives it to Haysecker. Haysecker back to Andraki. Andraki to Hooper. 15 on the shot clock. Hooper almost got trapped. Gives it inside to Smith. Smith back to Hooper. Hooper for three. No good by Hooper. Ball still loose on the floor. Jump ball. Ball will stay with Wilmington. Good job. But there's only 6 seconds.
Well, that one ain't real close on that three, unfortunately.
I believe do they need to reset the shot clock or not?
No, because it didn't hit the rim.
6 seconds. Inbound goes to Smith. Smith to Tucker for three. No good. Rebounded by Frazier.
There again, Smith had the ball right in close. Take it up. Shoot the hoop.
Roush gets fouled by Andracki. That is her first, the team's 5th.
Fouled on number 20, Ashley Andracki. Her first, team 5th.
I tell you, that's what Coach Sheevy needs to tell them. Don't give up that little shot. When you're within 5 or 6 feet, shoot the ball.
Hurd now has the ball up on top, running the offense for the Pioneers. Gives it to Roush. Roush gives it back to Hurd. Hurd kicks it outside to Barker. Barker to Frazier with the jumper. No good. Rebound pulled down by Andracki. Good job fighting there to box out.
44-31, folks. I guess we might go clear down to the wire.
Hooper gives it to Haysecker. Haysecker back to Andracki. Kicks it out. Hooper from the wing for 3 this time. No good. That one may have been tipped. Didn't look right coming out of her hand. Barker on the other end. Goes up. No good. Rebound by Tucker. And a jump ball.
How do you call a jump ball? Wait a minute.
Wow. They're going to call it a jump ball.
That should have been a foul.
So now Jefferson and Robles are back into the ball game, both with 3 fouls for Wilmington.
That's probably the first time I can say tonight that was a terrible call. The guy outside had jump ball. The lady underneath had to foul, and they went with the guy outside. She by far had the better view of it.
There we go. Barker to inbound. Got to get it in here. She does. Inbound to Roush. Roush gives it off to Sigmund. Sigmund to Barker. Inside, Frazier with one hand, no good. Rebound pulled down by Emily Smith. Here come the Quakers in transition now. Over to Jefferson. Oh, she was out of control. And there's going to be a foul. Only the 3rd foul against Marietta here in the second half. On Frazier, that's her 2nd. I'm surprised she doesn't have 3 or more.
Yeah, she's been playing rough. They're letting her get away with a lot of stuff underneath.
Robles gets the inbound pass. Kicks it out. Haysecker back to Robles. 25 on the shot clock. To Andracki. Under 10 minutes to go. Robles to Haysecker. 15 to shoot. Gives it to Andracki. Over to Robles. Back to Jefferson. Working it around. 5 to shoot. Oh, what a move by Andracki. And no foul, but the ball gets knocked out, and Wilmington still has possession. 4 seconds to shoot here.
Wow.
They haven't been calling a lot of fouls down on this end of the court at all game long. Smith gets the inbound, goes up, nice shot, Emily Smith for 2. 36-31, Lady Quakers in the lead, 9:30 left to go. Hurd with the ball for the Pioneers. Working against Andracki, she drives, goes up with it, no good.
Wow, see?
She picked up the rebound.
No over the back there, though. Haysecker got knocked to the floor.
8 seconds to shoot, Sigmund goes up. That one with a nice finger roll for 2. Back to a 3-point game, 36-33. Andracki almost lost it. She picks it back up, gives it to Robles. Ball looked like it slipped out of her hand for a second. Drives, kicks it out. Over to Haysecker. 15 to shoot. Over to Jefferson. Thought about a 3. And a foul is going to be against number 22, Ashley Barker. Her first, team's 4th. 8:48 left to go in this ball game. 36-33. Lady Quakers are in the lead. Andracki gives it in to Glick. Glick to Jefferson. Back over to Andracki. Going to run some offense up here on the top. Jefferson gives to Robles. Robles over to Glick. 12 to shoot. 10 to shoot. Driving is Andracki. Gives it to Glick with the jumper. No good. Rebound pulled down by Booth. Still a 1-possession game as Hurd brings it up to court. She'll give it off to Brogan. Brogan back to Booth. Booth, nice pass inside to Frazier. Booth for 2. Got the 2-pointer.
She's been kind of quiet here for several minutes.
she hadn't been in the game.
Yeah. And I wouldn't know why, because she's your leading scorer with only one foul.
Right, 36-35. Wilmington 1 point lead. Jefferson driving, goes up, gets fouled. The bucket counts. Chance for a 3-point play for the Lady Quakers is Brittany Jefferson. And we're going to have a media timeout with 7:45 left to go in our second half. 38-35, Lady Quakers in the lead as you're watching college basketball live on CampusNation.com, the sports animal, your home for high school and college sports.
Sorry, I'm just trying to think about this game a little bit. And,
it is a very good game, I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah.
It's going to come down to the wire.
Oh, I mean, if things keep going the way they are, definitely.
The winner advances to play Capital tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night.
Oh, I thought it was Wednesday night.
Nope.
Okay. I was kind of thinking that, I don't know, would you press here a little bit if you're Wilmington? Kind of shake it up a little bit? Wilmington's kind of looking tired now. I hate to say that, but...
Well, if they're looking tired and they win tonight, what are they going to be like tomorrow night?
Yeah, because Capital, where are they seated?
Well, Wilmington has played on Saturday. Capital's number 4. Wilmington has already played Capital twice. They beat them 61-52 here at home, and they lost to them 75-70 at Capital back on the 28th of January. So they both have split. So anything, I mean, it is tournament time, so anything can happen.
Yeah,
it's
definitely.
March Madness. Madness is everywhere. It's in the fever. And like we said before, the winner of this tournament gets the automatic bid to the NCAA tournament. So the Lady Quakers could get in with the back door.
How many do they actually take in NCAA Division III tournament?
I think the same amount as they do in the regular one, 64 or whatever it is.
Yeah, okay.
No, it's actually more than 64 now, isn't it?
It's like 72.
No.
They play 4 games at UD, 4 rat tails.
Of course, I don't think they play those games, in Division III.
No.
Okay, Jefferson to the line, shoot one here, see if she can complete the 3-point play.
Yep. It's up. It's no good. But Glick pulls down the rebound, gives it to Moyer, and Wilmington has some shot clock, fresh shot clock to work with. Good job by Glick to pull down the rebound. Tucker over to Glick. Gives it to Cavell. Over to Tucker. Tucker to Jefferson. Puts up a 3. No good. Rebounded by Hurd. Still a 3-point game with 7:20 left to go here. Hurd gives it out to Broush. Broush back to Hurd. She's going to run the offense.
That 3-pointer can tie it here.
Yeah, we've been in a 3-point game for a very long time here.
Well, I mean, if you're Marietta, you got to get it to Booth.
Now Borsch with the ball. Gives it off. 3-pointer for Brogan is no good. Rebound pulled down by Ellie Cavell.
I don't even think Booth touched the ball that time down.
Glick to Tucker.
Maybe once.
Tucker drives, goes up strong, gets fouled. Couldn't make the basket. She'll be shooting 2. That's what she's been doing all game long, driving and forcing Marietta to commit fouls. That's what she's been needing to do.
Well, she's the leader.
Alexander charged with her 3rd, team 6th. And she'll be shooting 2 shots as Courtney Tucker.
She's the catalyst of this Wilmington team.
First one in and out.
Her and Jefferson. Got to make these free throws there because I think they're going to get a lot of attempts here down the stretch. There's one more foul and Wilmington will be in the 1-and-1.
Ledecky and Frazier coming back into the ball game for Marietta. Second shot for Tucker is no good as well, but Glick pulls down another key rebound. Now they need to get points.
Yes.
Glick gives it Tucker again. Tucker over to Jefferson. Jefferson back to Glick. Back to Ellie Cavell. Over to Jefferson. Fits it in. Mary Moyer thought about the shot, but for wide open 3 for Ellie Cavell, and she sinks the shot. 41-35. Now it's a 6-point Wilmington lead with 6:13 to go.
Big shot there, big shot.
Good job working for that open shot too.
Yep. I thought Mary Moyer was going to lose it underneath.
Booth with the ball, gives it back to Hurd.
I tell you what, Moyer and Frazier are battling.
Good shot by Booth. That one is good. The shot clock was running down.
Was that Booth? That wasn't Booth, was it?
That was Hurd.
Hurd, yeah.
41-37, Wilmington with a 4-point lead. Courtney Tucker gives it to Jefferson, inside to Mary Moyer, who gives it back to Ellie Cavell. Nice pick there by Glick. She got 2 girls in that trap. And then inside to Moyer, too strong. Rebounded by Glick again. A jump ball as possession stays with Wilmington.
Glick is playing tough. She's getting some rebounds. She's not having much luck shooting. She doesn't have any points tonight, but she's got several rebounds.
Timeout taken by Wilmington. 30-second timeout with 5:28 to go here in our second half. 41-37. Wilmington is in the lead as you're watching college basketball here live on CampusNation.com. The Sports Animal, your home for high school and college sports.
Our final Wilmington College basketball game of the season, because the men won't be playing at home, and this will be the only home game that the women will host. So
it's not really a regular season game. This is a postseason game.
Right. This is the last game. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Last game on Campus Nation.
Yes. And the last game at home.
Yes.
For either basketball team. Then baseball starts. I heard they have a baseball game scheduled this week at Chillicothe. Is that true?
Yeah, they play Bluffton.
Wow, I tell you what, lucky for them. I don't think I'll make it to that one. What about you?
Oh, if it's on Thursday, nope, because I'll be going home.
Well, it's going to be, oh my, I think it's supposed to be cold all week.
That's going to hurt with them bats.
Oh.
They use BB bats now. They don't use metal bats anymore. They use BB bats.
Okay. Well, I tell you what, it's a nice facility. I mean, it's a shame they're playing there in the middle of winter. But if you've never been to the VA down in Chillicothe, I recommend you go there at least once. The Chillicothe Paints play there in the Frontier League during the summer, and that's all college kids playing in that.
After the timeout, Wilmington has the basketball. Brittany Jefferson is going to drive, and it's going to be a foul on the floor against number 14, Brooke Broche, her second, team 7th, and shooting a 1-and-1.
Yep.
Will be Brittany Jefferson.
That's the second time the floor is fouled.
Front end of the 1-and-1 is good by Jefferson. Last 5 minutes of this ball game is going to be key for both these teams. So we're at 5:22 right now.
Well, we got to throw a shout out to the mayor of Greenfield. I'm sure she's listening tonight. And she's got to have a wheelchair. She's having some trouble with her knee.
Second one is good by Jefferson. 43-37. Back to a 6-point Quaker lead. Hurd on the other end gives it to Borsch. Inside to Frazier, lost it. Ball still loose on the floor. Jump ball. Wilmington has possession still. Man, we got a lot of jump balls, Charlie.
Yeah, we got a few. We've had a few.
Ellie Cavell brings it up.
43-37, 5 minutes left to play.
It's win or go home, ladies and gentlemen. Who's going to advance here in the OAC tournament? Jefferson drives, goes up, no good. Rebound pulled down by Booth.
Booth's a good player. Booth is a real good player.
Hurd
Marietta.
to Ledecky. What an offensive foul against Hurd.
Yeah.
She gets charged with a charge. Good call by the officials.
Yep, that was.
That, I believe, is her third.
Yep.
Team's 8th.
Just out of control, ran right into the defender. The defender had position.
Ledecky had a wide open 3, too. Glick inbounds it to Tucker, who gives it off to Cavell. 4:35 left to go, ladies and gentlemen. 43-37, Lady Quakers in the lead. Cavell to Jefferson. Thought about a 3 for a second. Pulls it down. Moyer to Cavell. Gives it back to Moyer. 10 seconds to shoot. Courtney Tucker found the lane. Goes up strong. No good. Ball stays with Wilmington with a fresh 30 seconds.
Yep. Courtney Tucker took it right to the hole. Wasn't the greatest shot in the world, but the Quakers got the ball back.
And a Haysecker and Ashley Andracky coming back in the game. For the Lady Quakers here, 4:16. Quakers have a 6-point lead. Got to get it in here. They just do to Haysecker. Gives it to Jefferson. Jefferson to Andracki. Jefferson thought about a drive, got cut off, gives it off to Tucker. Back to Andracki, 4 minutes to go. 15 on the shot clock. Tucker tried to go down low to Haysecker, who picks it up. Gives it back to Andracki, 5 to shoot. Hurd saved it, 2 seconds. Haysecker puts up a prayer.
Wow.
Shot clock violation.
I'll tell you what, there was no foul there. The girl, Haysecker, shooting the ball. She's got two Marietta Pioneers all over, and no call. Wow, no call.
And we're going to take there's a media timeout now on the floor. 3:45 left to go in the game. I'm surprised there was no foul.
I mean, they're all over.
43-37, Lady Quakers still with a 2-possession lead here over the Marietta Pioneers in this first round game in the OAC tournament. The winner of this ball game goes on to take on Capital tomorrow night, 7:30 at Capital University.
Yeah, I don't know what the refs saw there. I mean, maybe they thought that she had our ball or something, but it seems like there's a lot of contact there. 43-37, 3:45 left here. Coach Sheevey needs to be careful because he's gotten up a few times, and I tell you, you don't want a technical in a situation like this. You know, you're less than 4 minutes to go, you're only up 6. Don't want anything to shift the momentum back to Marietta.
And the winner of the Mountain Union Heidelberg game will be taking on the 3-seed Baldwin Wallace tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. I believe that game is at Baldwin Wallace. That game at 6 o'clock. And then the winner between the 6 and 7 against Baldwin Wallace or the 5 and 8 against Capital will take on the 5 or 8 seed will be the 4, 5, or 8 seed will take on either number 1 seed Ohio Northern, and the 3, 6, and 7 seed will take on the number 2 seeded team John Carroll. Marietta has possession of the basketball here. 3:45 left to go.
Marietta with basketball.
Hurd brings the ball up the floor. 3:38 left to go. Ledecky goes around the pick. Hurd spinning to the hoop. Goes up good off the glass by Hurd.
Nice move by her. Just took it on her own, and no one collapsed down on her, and kind of made the easy bucket.
Tucker gives it to Jefferson at the wing for 3. No good.
Too strong.
Rebounded by Booth. 4-point game, 43-39. This one's going to come down to the wire now. Ledecky to Booth. Jump ball. Possession stays with Marietta. Good defense by Wilmington.
That was a heck of a chance there Jefferson took because, she's got 3 fouls, but...
Hey, it could be your last game of the year.
I
You
know.
play hard.
I'm surprised they didn't call foul on her.
And the inbound pass goes straight to Andracki. Over to Haysecker for a long 3. No good. Rebound by Ledecky. Here comes Hurd with the jumper. That one no good. Rebound pulled down by... Jefferson almost was able to save that one as it was going out of bounds.
It's good play by the Pioneers.
43-39, 2:35 left to go. Booth inbounds the ball to Hurd.
Well, they had a stop, and they kind of blew it. They need to make another stop here.
Gives it off to Ledecky. Back to Hurd. That one kicked by Andracki. Like you said, the Quaker Crazy is not letting Hurd forget about that last air ball.
No, and they'll let her have it the rest of the game.
16 on the shot clock.
Didn't we have an instance like that before in another game, though?
Yes.
And was it against this team?
I think so. Hurd gives it to Frazier. Frazier to Ledecky. Step back three-pointer. No good. Rebounded by Ashley Andracki. He throws it up the court to Jefferson. Jefferson goes up and good off the glass, but they're going to call a foul against Marietta. The bucket will count. Bucket counts. The foul is on number 24. Or number 42, Heather Booth.
That was an important play in this game.
Yeah, dyslexia got you there, baby. Yeah, well, this is a bigger point right here because this puts it up over 3 possessions. Marietta coach complaining. Oh, they changed the foul. You were right.
24, yeah, I was right.
I stand corrected in my orthopedic shoes. Okay, here we go.
First?
What about his purse? Did you say something about a purse?
No, her first.
Oh.
45-39, 2 minutes to go.
It would have been her only because she hit the bucket.
Inside is Hurd.
Foul on the
foul against Haysecker. Wilmington still has 1 foul to give after that. That is Haysecker's second, team 6th. Wilmington will be taking a 30-second timeout. 1:52 left to go. 45-39.
Barn burner here, folks. Barn burner. 45-39. Still anybody's game. Wilmington's got to keep her composure, keeping control. Play the tough defense like they've been doing, and they'll pull this out.
Now, do the judges do they get fed at this shindig?
No.
Do we get like steak and?
No, I'll give you a mug. Actually, I got the mug out in the car now.
Yeah, you forgot to give us our mug.
I got him out in the car now.
I think he's holding out on us, AJ. He wants to make sure we show up.
I'm not going to be
You
there
won't be
either way.
there.
Well, you'll be there on first.
Sunday.
I'll try to be there on Sunday.
Oh, now he's trying.
He's starting to back out here.
Yeah, feel that backward weave going now.
He promised me 20 ads. We have 0.
That's not good, man. Got to work on that tomorrow.
Here we go. Inbound pass. Got to get it in here. She does to Hurd. 1:50 to go. Gives it to Booth. Booth to Brogan. Brogan to Frazier. Frazier gets it to Hurd. Off the glass. 2-pointer. 4-point game. 45-41. 1:35 left to go.
They're going to have to start fouling.
And I'm surprised, we didn't have any pressure all the way up the court
Tucker
by Marietta.
to Jefferson, who lost it out of bounds.
Took her eyes completely off the ball.
Either way you look at it, it's still a 2-possession game here. 1:25 left to go. If you're Marietta, you're not in panic mode yet.
Tell you, Hurd's kind of taken over here the last 2 or 3 minutes.
And now Booth with it. Goes up. No good. Rebounded by Haysecker. Good stop by the Lady Quakers. Here comes Andracki. Gives it to Tucker.
What's the hurry?
Yep, they're
Minute
slowing
left
it down.
to play.
Great.
What's the hurry? Yeah, they had been.
They have to foul you.
Make them foul.
Jefferson to Tucker. Tucker to Haysecker.
They have to
13
foul now. They
on the
can't
shot
keep
clock.
letting them run the clock
Unless
down
they
like
throw it
this.
away like they just about did there.
7 seconds to shoot. Andracki drives. Gets it stuffed. Ball stays with Wilmington.
1 second.
It's about a half a second because that one was up there for a very long time. Emily Smith comes
maybe
in.
that stands for 1/2 a second.
They're going to have to just basically
Throw
throw it in and
up.
shoot it. Smith gets it up though, and it's a shot clock violation.
Is she fouled? Oh,
Nope.
no. Okay.
40.4 seconds remaining. 45-41. Lady Quakers in the lead. Marietta down 2 possessions as Hurd will bring it up. Trying to get a 2-for-1. Nope, they get it down half court. And a timeout will be taken by Marietta.
Well, can Quakers hold on is the question. .37 seconds, 45-41. Marietta with the ball.
Well, one thing's for certain. They've got to bring it down. They don't need 3 points. They just need 2.
And then they probably need to foul.
Then they'll have to foul immediately because they can't let the Lady Quakers come up the court and run time off the clock.
There's some discussion going on about who called a timeout where.
Well, you get the steal here. You got to go for the steal, and if you don't get the steal, then you foul.
Well, the only reason there'd be any discussion about who calls the timeout, or in particular, you have to have a timeout to call.
Yeah. No, it was Marietta.
Well, this is a full timeout because
Marietta clearly called the timeout. I mean,
maybe they didn't have any.
Maybe that would be a technical foul.
It'd be like Chris Webber right there.
Yeah, that would be a technical foul.
But I think they still have some left.
37 seconds remaining. 45-41. Lady Quakers in the lead. 27 seconds on the shot clock. You are watching college basketball live on CampusNation.com. The Sports Animal, your home for high school and college sports. Yeah, there you go, Charlie.
A little late on the roar.
You're focused in this game. You're in this game like everyone here.
All right, here we go. Last 36 seconds.
Hurd has the ball.
Taking too much time.
Goes up. Good off the glass. Timeout on the floor. 32nd. Marietta timeout. Shot clock is dead. 29.9. Marietta's going to have to foul down by 2. 45-43. Well, they're going to have to foul as quickly as they can.
That, or they're going to do a full court pressure situation. Now that'll run time off the clock, but they could force Wilmington into a turnover. Right. That would give them an opportunity with 2 points to tie it.
You gotta go for the steal, and if you don't get the steal,
I wouldn't foul. Not with a 2 point difference. I would play them tightly all the way up the court and try to force them into making a turnover. And if you see that you're within 10 seconds, then you'd have to foul.
I try to see who's the worst foul shooter on the court. If I'm coaching, I'm going to tell them try to go for the steal first, and then who would I foul?
Who's the worst foul shooter on the floor? That's the thing you got to ask. Because you got Haysecker, Tucker,
I would probably go after Andracki. Because Andracki, she's only got 1 point tonight. She hadn't shot the ball
came from
much.
the free throw line.
See, there's the pressure. Did I call? There's a foul.
There's the foul. So they fouled Jefferson. That took 1 second off the clock.
Yeah, so their theory is maybe she'll only make one of two, and then a three-pointer will tie it. Or maybe she'll miss both.
Well, she got to make the first one.
Yeah, except it's double bonus time.
Oh, yep, it is.
2 shots.
Yeah.
My fault. Two shots.
She'll get 2 shots.
She needs to make these both. These are big free throws. Missed the first. Needs to make this second one to at least make it a 3-point game.
Yes.
Well, once again, if I'm the Pioneers, I'm not going to try a 3-point shot if I don't need it. I'll go ahead and try a layup and then hope for a foul.
I'm going to take an open shot.
Second one. No good. Rebound by Booth. It's a 2-point game. Here comes the Pioneers. 23 seconds. Hurd by herself gets it. It's tie up. 20 seconds left. There's the foul! And Tucker shoots 2. Brogan committed the foul. Why? Why do you foul right there?
Well, I think that
18 seconds left.
Right. There was enough time
to foul the best free throw shooter on the court, too.
No, look what just happened. You could miss. These 2 shots.
You got a chance at 3 for the win.
Right.
Even if she makes them both.
Makes the first. Wilmington back in the lead here. 18.7 seconds left. 46-45.
Well, once again, I wouldn't try a 3 to win. I would go ahead and try to.
If I'm Wilmington, I'm pressing.
Second one. No good. Rebounded by Hurd.
You got to stop her. She'll go all the way by herself if you let her. See?
Hurd, no good. Ball still loose. Picked up by Haysecker, who is fouled with 9.6 seconds left.
This game's still not over.
No.
She's got 2 shots. She needs to make them both. They have a chance to run the entire floor on
9.6 seconds is enough time to get down the floor.
Foul shooting, you're kind of feeling the pressure, if you know what I mean.
You can still get it down the floor now.
Oh, yeah. She needs to definitely make them both.
They definitely need to press and make sure no one jumps out ahead.
Haysecker missed the first. They're not making these ones down the line. You gotta make this one. Gotta make this one. Hits it. 47-45. Timeout. Wilmington. Sheeby wants to talk about it. 9.6 seconds left. 47-45. Wilmington in the lead.
I would make sure everyone is covered, but I would cover them man to man. I would press You want to make them take as much time coming up the court as they possibly can.
Yep.
You don't want to fall back, and then let them just run up the court, because 9.6 seconds is more than enough time to come down and to set a shot.
I'm going to tell you what, they're either going to give it to Hurd or Booth. So you got to put your best defenders on Hurd or Booth. Hurd has just taken over here the last 4 or 5 minutes of this game. And she's only a freshman. She's impressive. She's got 12 points on the night.
Yeah.
Well, so I really don't think you necessarily guard the inbound pass. I think you put one person back and everybody else.
Yeah, I definitely think that it would be good to have someone back closer to the basket so that they can't break out on you and make an easy layup, because there will not be enough time for them to score a basket and for you to get back up court.
All right, we may be looking at OT here. What I tell you before this game started, it's hard to beat a good team 3 times.
Winner go home here, OAC. First round matchup in the tournament.
Not much pressure.
No, not much pressure.
Hurd brings it up. 5 seconds. Hurd in trouble. Gets it stolen by a jump ball. Wilmington ball with 0.4 seconds to go. The Lady Quakers are going to win this one.
Yeah, there isn't any way now with 0.4 seconds they can get it down the court.
All you got to do is get the ball inbounds. You'll get fouled.
30-second timeout taken by Wilmington. Woo, what a game. Wilmington's going to pull a 3-game sweep in the season against Marietta tonight.
That's hard to do against any team, to be honest with you. And if you look at the differential, last time they only beat them by 3, and the time before that I think it was maybe 8 or 9. So they've all been pretty close games.
Right.
And this one tonight's just something else.
They beat them by 4 last time they played them, 69 or 63-59. And what a way to go out in your last home game of the season.
Oh, yeah.
With 0.4 seconds left, all they have to do is inbound the ball. They get it inbounded.
Don't throw it away.
They'll win the game.
Yeah, they definitely have to get it in. Now, who's back to help?
There you go.
Gets it into Robles, and that is it! The Lady Quakers pull off the big victory in the first round of the OAC tournament, 47-45, and they will advance to play Capital at Capital tomorrow evening. The 4 seed taking on the 5 seed. What a game.
I want to watch you shaking the hands here, because I tell you, one girl for Marietta, she just took off to the locker room. The coach had to go get her and bring her back out.
Well, I'm sure they're disappointed.
Heck of a ball game.
Here go the Crazies.